Hello everyone, it's me again, and I'm here with another video. Today's video will be, what if the Fantastic Four were in The Incredibles? I'm doing this video because of the release of Fantastic Four: The First Steps that just came out recently. So, let's discuss, shall we? Like a lot of the other superheroes I discussed before on the channel, I do not think the Fantastic Four's presence would have changed The Incredibles whatsoever. I think the movie would have pretty much remained the same regardless. But what would have happened in the glory days? They would have been a thing, obviously. I can't picture the Thing and Mr. Fantastic being sort of rivals with Mr. Incredible. I think the Invisible Woman would get along well with Elastigirl, and Human Torch would be the best of friends with, Frozone. They may even argue with, their powers, fire and ice. They could be like frenemies. I do think villains like Doctor Doom, the Puppet Master, Annihilus, Mole Man, Tinkerer, and who's the other one? Oh yeah, Red Ghost and Galactus. I think they all could have existed within the world of The Incredibles, as well as Doctor Doom. Now, how would they respond to the Super Registration Act? That, of course, would happen, but this would give Johnny the opportunity to marry Frankie Reyes Nova, since they have a thing in the comics. And, of course, Reed and Sue would get married. And then Franklin would be born. And Frankie and Johnny would have children too. I could imagine them being friends with Dash. I could honestly see that. Now, what would happen by the time of The Incredibles? I do think they would be Franklin would be like the best of friends with Dash. I think he and Dash would get along well. But obviously, he and Dash would both get into trouble at school with, the school teacher, and so Sue would be there to pick up Franklin. They, of course, would be given an offer from Mirage to, help with the Omnidroid, Reed and Sue, Ben and Johnny, but they would decline. They would then go back to Mr. Incredible, movies the same, up until the final battle where the Fantastic Four, and yes, Franklin does help, they decide to help the Incredibles take down the Omnidroid. And with their help, they decide to take down the Omnidroid a lot faster. The movie ends quickly. And maybe Syndrome could get arrested at the end, probably. Then, moving on to the events of Incredibles 2, they would also help with, unbanning the supers, making supers legal again. However, Evelyn Dever would be working with Puppet Master and the Thinkerer to brainwash all of the superheroes on the ship. But in the end, Franklin, Dash, Violet, and Jack would break their families free from the control of the villains, and in the end, they would still stop the villains. And of course, the movie would end the same. But with a kid's storyline, I could picture, the children of Mr. and Mrs. Incredible having a playdate with Franklin. But that's all that would really matter. How it would all change The Incredibles. But anyways, I will see you all later.